Hello, my dear student. How are you today? This is Miss Mai Mohab, your math teacher. Are you ready to study with me today? Our lesson called Measuring Time. The first part of our lesson will be telling the time, how we can read the clock. The first clock we're gonna learn how to read will be the analog clock. So let's go now and recognize the parts of the analog clock and how we're gonna read it. From primary 2, we knew that the clock have two hands. The first hand, the short hand, reads the hours, and the second hand, the long hand, reads the minutes. Okay, so in any clock, we have two hands. Some of the clocks maybe have three, but the standard two. And the two hands, one short and one long. The short reads the hours and the long reads the minutes. Okay? Okay. Are the two hands are going to speak together in the same moment? No. One of them will read, then the other will read after the first. Okay. Which one gonna speak first? Usually, the long hand, the minutes hand, speak first. Then the hours speak. But we have only one case. The long hand stop talking and the hours read the number first. Then the minutes gonna say just one word. Can you remember, my dears, from last year, what this case, which makes the minutes stop talking and the hours speak first, then the minutes say just one word each time? Can you remember? Yes, my dears, you are correct. We said when the minutes hand is on 12, it's read the time as just gonna say o'clock. So again, when the minutes hand on 12, the minutes hand stop talking and the hours gonna read the number on the clock, then the minutes gonna say what? O'clock. Okay, my dears? Now let's try together some of the question to answer. Okay, what time is it? The first clock here, what do you think? Equal what? Let's look to the short and the long. Our eyes always on the long hand. Okay, the long hand stop at on what? Stop on 12. So which gonna speak first? The hours or the minutes? The hours. Okay, the hours stop on what? On 8. So it will be 8 o'clock. Okay, my dears? Okay, let's go to another one. Mr. Rabbit here. Can you read the clock in his hand? Yes, we can. Okay, our eyes on the long hand and the short hand. The long hand on 12. So which hand gonna speak first? Long or short? Short or long? What do you think? It's a stop at on 12. Yes, the short we're gonna read first. So it will be 5 o'clock. Okay, can you help Mr. Rabbit here to know what time is it? Can you do? Okay, what time is it? Our eyes on which hands? The long hand, the minutes hand. Stop on 12. So which hand gonna speak first? The short or the long? The short. The short on 7. So it will be 7 o'clock. We know that from last year we have the clock divided in the minutes divided into parts past and to. Last year we studied past. This year we're gonna revise past and we're gonna learn how to read the minutes in part 2. Okay, we said also part past starting from 12 till we reach 6. The original numbers we can read, the hours can read it, okay? And 2 from 6 to 12, back to 12 again, okay? We also know that when we stop, when the minutes hand stop on 12, it's gonna say o'clock, okay? We have also known that when we on specific numbers, when the minute hand stop on these numbers, it's gonna say specific words. It will be at 3. When the minute's hand stop at 3, it's gonna read quarter past, quarter past. So when the minute hand stop on 3, it's not going to say 3. No, we have a magical word here. It's gonna read, it will be quarter past. What if we move from 3 till we reach 6? The minute's hand, when stop on 6, it's gonna read the magical word half past, half past, okay? Then we move till we reach 9. What the magical word we gonna read? The minute's gonna read, it's not gonna read 9. We said it's not gonna read 9. It's gonna read quarter to, quarter to. So I have on 12 o'clock, on 3 quarter past, on 6 half past, on 9 quarter to. So we have 2 quarters. The first quarter in the past, we read it when we stop on 3, and in part 2 we're gonna read it when we stop on 9. So we have o'clock on 12, quarter past on 3, half past on 6, and quarter to on 9. Okay, my dears? Okay, now I will give you some clocks and I want you to tell me the time. Okay, let's start with the first one here. Okay, we said our eyes always on which hand? On the long hand. Okay, the long hand here stop on 3. We said, are we going to say 3? No, the numbers on the clock from 12 here till we reach 12 again, it's the hours, so the short hand only can read these numbers. What about the long hand, the minutes hand? We have a magical numbers we're gonna read. We can see by our eyes, only the long hand can see it, okay? So we said when we stop on 3 by the long hand, it's gonna read quarter past, quarter past. Okay, quarter past what? Let's look to the short hand. The hours stop on what? Stop on 7. So it will be quarter past 7. Okay, let's go to the next one. Our eyes on which hand? The long hand. Okay, the long hand stop on 6. Is the long hand gonna read 6? No, we said it reads only magical numbers. Okay, what the magical number on 6? It said half past, half past. Half past what? Let's go to the hours. The hours stop on 3. So it will be half past 3. Half past 3. Okay, we still have clocks and I want you to tell me the time. We said our eyes on the long hand. Okay, the long hand here, the minutes hand on 9. It's gonna read 9? No, it's read the magical numbers. What the magical number on 9 here? It's quarter to. Quarter to. Quarter to what? Let's look to the short hand. Stop on 5. So it will be quarter to 5. Quarter to 5. Okay, let's go to the last one here. I have the short hand on 1 and the long hand on 12. Okay, which hand gonna speak first? The hours or the minutes? We stop on 12 with the minutes. So The minute's gonna stop talking. The hour's gonna speak first. It will be 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Okay, now let's know together uh, all the magical numbers on the clock which only the minute's hand can see and read. Okay, but first you must know that the interval between any two numbers on the clock equal 5 minutes. So we are moving by 5. Okay, so in the analog clock, when we move from 12 till 1, I'm on 12, so I'm gonna say o'clock. Okay, I move by the minute's hand to 1. I'm gonna stop and read what the magical number there. It's 5 past. Then if I move to till I reach 2, it will be 10 past. At 3, quarter past. On 4, third past. On 5, 25 past. On 6, half past. On 7, 25 to. Okay. Why we said 25 to? Because we have only 25 minutes till we reach the next hour. Okay, we said between two numbers, each two numbers on the clock, 5 minutes. So let's count. After 7, stop at 7 and count. How many interval? I have 5. Count by 5. 10, 15, 20, 25. The red part, can you see the red part? So all of this, the red part here, how many minutes till we reach to the next hour? Okay, on 8, third 2. Third 2 means we have 20 minutes till we reach the next hour. Look at the red part. It will help you to recognize how many minutes left till we reach to the next hour. Okay, on 9, we said with the magical word on 9, quarter 2. On 10, 10, 2. On 11, 5, 2. When we reach 12 again, it's gonna be o'clock. So again, my dears, let's say together quickly the magical words or magical numbers the minute's hand only can see and read. On 12, o'clock. 1, 5 past. 2, 10 past. 3, quarter past. 4, third past. 5, 25 past. 6, half past. 7, 25 to. 8, third to. 9, quarter to. 10, 10 to. 11, 5 to. And we reach 12 back again. We're gonna say o'clock. Okay, my dears, now I'm gonna give you pictures of a clock and I want you to tell me the time. Remember, the long hand speak first, then the short hand, except when we stop on 12, the short hand speak first, then the long hand. And also remember, the long hand don't read the number we can see by our eyes on the clock. No, it's have a magical number to read. Okay, let's start. The first one here. Our eyes on the long hand. Stop on 1. So the long hand speak first. Okay, it's gonna say 1. No, what's the magical number on 1? 5 past. 5 past what? The short hand on 6. So it will be 5 past 6. Okay, let's have another one. Okay, both hands here on 2. Okay, which hand gonna speak first, short or long? Long. Long is gonna read 2? No, what the magical number there? It's 10 past. So it will be 10 past 2. 10 past 2. Let's go to the next one. The long hand on 4 and the short hand between 9 and 10. Okay, which hand gonna speak first? the long hand. It's gonna read what? It will be third past. Third past. Third past what? The shorthand between 9 and 10. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna take 9 or I'm gonna take 10. Look at the long hand. Are we in the past part or to part? When we are in the past, we're gonna take the number before. When we are in two, we're gonna take the number after. Okay, I'm in the past, so I'm gonna take 9 or I'm gonna take 10. Which number we are passing through first? 9 or 10? 9. So it will be third past 9. Third past 9. Let's have the last one. Okay, I have the short on 3 and the long on 5. Okay, which hand gonna speak first? The long. Okay, it's gonna read 5? No, it's gonna read the magical number. What's the magical number here? 25 past. 25 past what? 3 or 4? We said when we are in the past, we're gonna take the number before. Okay, which come first? 3 or 4? 3. So we're gonna take the 3. So it will be 25 past 3. Okay, we're still in the question when I give you pictures and I want you to tell me the time. The first one here. We set our eyes on the long hand. Okay, the long hand on 9. So which hand gonna speak first? Minutes or hours? Minutes. The minutes gonna read 9? No. What the magical number? Quarter to. Quarter to what? The short hand on 10. So it will be quarter to 10. Okay, my dears? Let's have another one. Okay. I have here the long hand on 11 and the short hand on 12. Take care. Don't tell me it will be o'clock because the short hand here on 12, not the minutes, the hours is on 12. So we can say o'clock. Okay. So the minutes gonna speak first. On 11, what the magical number there? It's 5 to 5 to 12. 5 to 12. Okay. Let's have another one. Okay. The long here on 8 and the short before 6, between 5 and 6. Okay. The long gonna speak first. It will be what? Third to. Third to. Third to. 5 or 6. When we said before, when we are in 2, we're gonna take the number after. When the hours clock is moving, it's moving by, it's passing by 5 or 6 first, it's passing by 5. So what comes after 5? 6. So we're gonna take 6. So it will be third to 6. Okay? And the last one here, the short on 2 and the long on 10. Are we gonna say what? Are we gonna read the short first or the long? The short? No, the long. Okay, are we gonna say 10? No. What's the magical word there? 10 to. 10 to 2. 10 to 2. Okay? Okay, now we're gonna learn how to read the digital clock. The first part, it will be what the long hand reads, what the minutes hand reads. We said again, the minutes hand, it can't read the number that we can see by our eyes on the clock. These numbers are the hours, not the minutes. The minutes is a magical number. The minutes hand can see and read. Okay. So if we stop at 12, it will be 0 minutes. So we don't have any minutes. If we move from 12 to 1, we said before, the interval time the interval of the time between each two numbers after each other directly on the clock, it's 5 minutes. So we're gonna count here by 5. From 12 to 1, it's 5 minutes. When we stop on 2, it will be 10 minutes. On 3, 15 minutes. On 4, 20 minutes. On 5, 25 minutes. On 6, 30 minutes. On 7, 35 minutes. On 8, 40 minutes. On 9, 45 minutes. On 10, 50 minutes. On 11, 55 minutes. On 12, we finished the 60 minutes. Okay, are we gonna write 60? No. On 12, always 0. Okay? On 12, always 0. So, we are not going to write 60 when we reach 12. We're gonna say just zeros. So, again, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. Are we gonna say 60? No, we just gonna put 2 zeros in the minutes, okay? We are talking about minutes, not the hours. So double 0 in the minutes. Okay, how are we gonna write the time in the digital form? We have space for the hours. We're gonna always start from the hours, and space with minutes. Okay, so we're gonna say hours, then we're gonna say the minutes. The digital form, not like the analog. We always hear who speak first, hours, then the minutes gonna speak. Okay, and this space here, this part for the hours, and this part for the minutes. Now, my dears, I will give you an empty clock without hands, and I will give you the time in the analog form. I will ask you to draw the hands, then to write the time in the digital form. Let's start. The first question here, it's a 6:45. 6:45. Okay, we said quarter, we have two numbers. If we stop on these two numbers, the minutes hand gonna say quarter, on 3 and on 9. But how we gonna know 3 or 9? According to the word past or to. I said here 2, so we're gonna stop on 9. Okay, what about the shorthand on the clock? 7. So it will be like the picture here, the long hand on 9 and the short hand on 7. Okay, we finished the hands. Let's write the time in the digital form. I said we always start with the hours. Okay. When we have the short hand, the hour hand, between two numbers, in the digital form, always take the number before. In the digital form, always take the number before. So it will be 6. Okay, now, how many minutes? Let's count from 12, start counting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So it will be 45 minutes. So the time in the digital, 6:45. Okay, let's continue. The second time clock here, it will be 10 past 12. 10 past 12. Okay, let's start with the long hand. The long hand, 10 past. 10 past, that means we're gonna stop on 2. 12, the short hand, stop on 12. Okay, now let's write the time in the digital form. We said in the digital, we start from the hours or the minutes. Start from the hours. Okay, the first space here. Okay, the shorthand, stop on what? On 12. So we're gonna put 12. What about the long hand? Stop on 2. What's the magical number there? Count by 5. 0, 5, 10. So it will be 10 minutes. Let's read the time. 12, 10. 12, 10. The time here, 10 to 9. 10 to 9. Okay. 10 to. So that means we gonna stop on 10. The long hand on 10. What about the short hand? You're gonna put it just before the 9 a little bit, okay? Just before the 9 by a very small distance, okay? Now, let's go and write the time in the digital form, okay? We said before we start with the hours, okay? The shorthand here, stop before 9 just a little bit. So, it will be 9 or 8. We said we always in the digital take the number before, so it will be 8. 8 what? How many minutes? Count by 5 from 12. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So it will be 8:50. What about this one? It's 4:30. We said we have just one number. We can read on this number 4:30. On what? On 6. So the long hand stop on 6. What about the short hand? Stop between 4 and 5. Okay? Now, let's write the digital form. We said the digital, we start from hours or from minutes. We said we start from hours. Okay? 4 or 5, we're gonna take 4. Okay, what about the minutes? How many minutes? It's 30 minutes. So the clock here, 4:30. 4:30. Okay, the next one. It's 5 o'clock. O'clock. So the long hand stop where? Yes, stop on 12. So the minutes on 12 and the short, the hours on 5. Okay, now let's write the time together in the digital form. We said before we start from hours. The hours equal what? Equal 5. So it will be 5. Okay, what about the minutes here? We said on the 12, what the magical number in the minutes? It's double 0. So we're gonna put double 0. So it's 5. Okay, my dears, we finish our lesson today. I hope you understand the lesson very well. Please remember to answer your homework and in the booklet from page 50 till page 54, which is mean page 51, 52, 53 included also. And please try to practicing reading the time, telling the time, and ask mommy or daddy to help you to say this is correct or not. I hope to see you soon. I miss you all so much, and I love you. Thank you. Goodbye.